It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you.
Well, the summer beach weather may be long gone, but still a tremendous afternoon for football here in Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
What? White 20! 59! Come on, D!
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Goff now to throw. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. And even 50 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back to the floor. 57's the mic. Watch 57. On deck, pump. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Ready?
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make someone miss in the open field.
Three down. Shift. To the car. Shift. Check 15. Shift.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, 5. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go.
Here's Goff. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
We want it. Come to my world. Under 10.
On first down, it's Gurley. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 6. We go tonight. White 20. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some control. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun. Goff. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
We go tonight. 20. pin the mirrors back and go full streak.
From the 50, it's gone. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Like 20. Here we go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Rams nothing.
Hot, 180. Super. Hey, shell.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
We own it. We're good. Go. Check.
To throw is gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Gurley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch it, leg.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll run here with Eckler. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Right there. Oh, damn, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Going on the ground with Eckler. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Reset. 19. 59. 59. Here we go.
Watson on 1st down. On the screen, this is Eckler. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Motion. Mike, check.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Gus Edwards with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. extra point by Badgley up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Gone. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Wait, 20. Four down. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Throw left side complete. It's Logan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check at 24. And no timeout.
He'll have a first down past the 40. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Watch the shot.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run once more with Edwards. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Good set. 19. 50 seconds to mine. On yardage. At 31. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
From the red zone now, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Slam, slam. 94. Check 39.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
36-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Here's Eckler. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Check 31. Check 31.
It's Eckler again. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Hey, we gotta snap it. We gotta snap it.
Watson now, operating from the gun. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Michael Batchley on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 30.
I think that was great effort and great execution all the way around. They blocked the kick, and then they formed the line to make sure they can return it and no penalties. What a great job.
Yeah, almost took it in for 6, and now they're in excellent position, 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Goff going to keep it himself. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, no dice there. That is excellent penetration. They give him no lane whatsoever to try and sneak the football across, and in fact, he'll wind up losing ground on 1st down.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. 76, tell him. 76. 76.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2.
Listen.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Texans 1st down.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson, he gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Set. Like an egg. Coming to you. Coming to you. Wall. Get wall. Like an egg.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run. And
you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Gone. And able to connect with Berrios. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We go tonight. 180. Mike to 59. Horrible. Mike 59. Mike 59. Let's go.
On 1st down, Gone. He gets it to Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I can't believe they even let Watch it play. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Goff. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Zach Cunningham in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check pass. Check pass. Check. 55 to mine. Hey, lift. Lift.
Throwing on second and long. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and goal.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 59 mark.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one and even 50 yards. Now a desperation throw deep down, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
18.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
What? 180! Double dog, that's the way. Go, 12, go.
One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. It won't matter. And it's going to quickly be overlooked in this thrilling victory. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Rams, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's just more heartache as they drop their 12th game of the season. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the crown. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. rocket like rocket fuel.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board,